Hi, good afternoon. My name is Rashida Sykes, and I am the Associate Director of Learning Strategies and Instruction in the University Center for Academic Excellence. Today, I'm here to talk to you about being academically successful here at UNC Charlotte. UNC Charlotte is a research institution, and we actually do a lot of research on our students, looking at what types of habits and behaviors they are engaging in to be successful here at the university. And we came up with a little list. So here's our list. Successful students at UNC Charlotte, they attend classes regularly, they actively participate and keep up with course work, course content. The average student here takes about 15 credit hours, more or less depending on what department or program they are associated with or enrolled in. That may change the number of hours that they are recommended to take. Successful students here at the university meet regularly with their academic advisors. Academic advisors are a great resource for students who are trying to make sure that they are taking the courses that will allow them to graduate in a timely manner or in their desired graduation, or keep them with their desired graduation timeline. Successful students interact positively with their faculty members. I often tell students that, yes, coming to the university is about being academically successful, but it's also about creating networks that will help you grow personally and professionally. And faculty members are a great part of those professional and personal networks that students can create. Successful students here at the university utilize campus services and resources. Successful students ask for assistance. The university has designed curriculum and programs that we feel are helpful to students, but we don't truly know what students need unless they tell us themselves. And so asking for assistance from resources on campus is going to be very important to being successful here. And then lastly, successful students work no more than 15 hours per week. Research shows us that, of course, students can work more than 15 hours, but when you start to work more than 15, 20 hours a week, it requires you to be pay a little more attention to your time management skills and making sure that you're getting everything done as it relates to academics. And so we see that most students can be successful academically and work if they keep their work hours between 15 and 20 hours per week. There are some transition things to consider when transitioning into college, and so I want to spend a little time talking about some of the transition issues that students may face when they transition into the university. First, classes may be significantly larger than students are used to, and so that may be an adjustment or a transition issue for students. Usually transition into college requires more independence and self-regulation is required. Syllabus outlines the entire course, so each student will receive a syllabus at the beginning of their courses, which outlines what is going to be done in that course for the entire semester. And for some students, that may be a little different than what they're used to. We often call those the class contract. And so it's important that students are familiar with what's in the syllabus and are clear about the expectations that their professors are setting for the class. College classes often meet less frequently than students are used to, so many of our students that come into the university are used to meeting every day for a course, but at UNC Charlotte, your class is either going to meet once a week, twice a week, or 3 times a week. And so it just depends on what course you're taking, so that can be a transition for some students. Classes here at the university, you may cover large amounts. There may be large amounts of information to cover during the course of the semester, so that may be a transition for some students. And then there may be fewer assignments, so your grade may be based on fewer assignments than you're used to your grade being based on. So you may be used to your class grade being based on 10 or 12 assignments, and then you get into a course here at UNC Charlotte and your grade is based on 3 or 4 tests. And so that can be a transition for some students. But the good thing about the resources on campus is we know all of these things. We know the transition issues that some students may have. We know what successful students here at the university do. And so the university has been proactive in making sure that there are resources available to students to help with a lot of these transition issues that students face. When we talk about strategies for success and resources here on campus, I like to divide them up into 4 categories. And those categories are course-specific assistance, academic and life skill development, enrichment opportunities, and dedicated services. When we refer to course-specific assistance, that includes instructors, tutoring, both one-on-one tutoring and group tutoring. We have a program called Peer Assistant Learning, the Writing Resource Center, the University Speaking Center, and various departmental resources depending on what program a student is enrolled in. So all of those things would constitute course-specific assistance. Another type of resource here at the university is academic and life skill development. And so those things would include things like academic skill workshops, personal academic consultations, mentoring and coaching programs, interpersonal theme instructor activities, group counseling, individual counseling. We have a very strong counseling center here on campus, and so that's another resource that can help students develop academically and in life. The third type of resource here at the university is enrichment opportunities. So we try to provide enrichment opportunities in an effort to ensure that students are as successful as they can be. And some of those enrichment opportunities include the Honors College and Honors Program here at the university. We have a number of leadership opportunities. We have a leadership office here at the university that provides opportunities for students to be leaders in the UNC Charlotte community as well as the greater Charlotte community. There are various employment opportunities on campus for students. We have a strong study abroad program or education abroad program that help with student enrichment. And then our Career Center offers a number or connects students with a number of internship and cooperative education experiences. Locally and nationally and internationally as well. And then last but not least, we offer dedicated services or resources dedicated to specific populations here on campus. And some of those populations include students from diverse backgrounds, students with documented physical or psychological or learning disabilities. We have a strong disability services department here on campus. We offer services to students experiencing academic difficulties. So if students find themselves in a position where they're on academic probation or needing support with talking to their professors or really understanding what is going on in class, we have resources for students experiencing academic difficulty. We have resources for international students, student veterans, adult and non-traditional students. We have an office on campus that is dedicated to students who are considered adult or non-traditional students. And then we have a transfer center for students who transfer into the university and need a little extra support with that, with their new academic environment. So the University Center for Academic Excellence, which is the center that I work in, we actually offer services in all 4 of the resource categories that I just discussed. And so the University Center for Academic Excellence is an academic support center open to all students on campus. Our services are included in tuition and fees. And so all of the services that I have mentioned today, a lot of the services in all 4 of those categories mentioned earlier, for the most part, are free and included in student tuition, which is a great plus. So the University Center for Academic Excellence, we offer free tutoring to students, both group and individual tutoring. We have a peer assistant learning program. We call it PAL for short. And actually what PAL is some people may be familiar with it. It's also called supplemental instruction at some universities, but it is a structured study group type of environment where we hire students who have taken courses, received A's in those courses. We hire those students and train them to be of assistance to students who are currently enrolled in a particular course, and so it can be a very helpful supplement to some of the more difficult courses here at the university. The University Center for Academic Excellence also provides personal academic consultations to students. So if students have issues that are not necessarily related to a course content or related to a specific subject, but they just want to come in and talk to someone about time management, study skills, how to prepare for their tests, how to communicate with their professor, because we all know that sometimes there can be a little communication divide between faculty and staff or between generations at times. And so our office really tries to support students in understanding how to communicate effectively with various entities across campus. Our office also has a program called Student Success, and that is a program what we would consider would fall into the dedicated services category. And that is the program in our office that works directly with students who find themselves on probation or experiencing academic difficulty. And then lastly, in our office, we have a Learning Commons, which is our common area where students can come and they can use the computer, they can form study groups in that area, they can participate in tutoring, drop-in tutoring in our Learning Commons. And it's a simple service, but I think it's a very important service in our office because it's very important for students at large institutions to find places where they feel comfortable, they feel seen, they feel heard, that they know that when they come in that place, that they're going to meet a smiling face, a friendly face. And so our Learning Commons is really a place where we want students to come and feel welcomed and feel like that there are people who are really there to help them and assist them. So our Learning Commons isn't it's more of a general service, but I think it is one of our important services that we offer. And the last thing I just want to touch on before I conclude this presentation is the role of support. Support systems are very important for students in being successful at the university. It's very important for students to develop strong systems of support. And as the little note says, students who have a support system are more likely to succeed and graduate. And so just some things to remember for individuals who are or will like to be a part of a student support system is help your student remember that what services are available to them. And so if you have a student that, if your student comes home and says, I'm really struggling with my math course, we really depend on the support system to say, well, I'm pretty sure that there's tutoring available at the university. Maybe you want to check and see if they offer tutoring in the course you are having difficulty with. So it's important for the support system to remind the students to use the services and what services are available to them. And then encourage the student to contact those services. So in telling them about them, that increases their awareness, but we want to also increase their awareness and encourage them to participate in these services. It's important that support systems remind students to go to class and to be active in class. There's a lot of research out there that really shows that there is a correlation between how many classes a student misses and their GPA. So we know that students who miss a number of courses usually have lower GPAs than students who do not tend or typically miss class. And so it's very important for students to go to class and to be active participants in class. It's important that the support system, student support system, remind them to ask questions. And it's important that, and this last bullet, is realize that you can make a difference in your student success. And then thank you for providing positive support to all of us. And so it's important that you support your students, but also the initiatives here at the university that are designed to help and support students. So that's all I have for you today. I'll stick around if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you.